January transfers done and dusted. Operation Win the Double is well underway. 11 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, and with, on paper, a more straightforward home tie in the FA Cup than we could potentially have landed, we hope to really kick on in this second half of the season. There are 42 points left available to play for, with 14 games left in the season, and we start with bottom of the table, 18 points Southampton, who've lost 16 of their 24. They haven't conceded that many goals, actually, but we've only conceded 14. We have the best defensive record in the league, and I imagine the best defensive record as well. Yes, certainly we do. Thanks in no small part down to the cheese. Right, we signed two new players actually yesterday. 80 rated Naby Keita, who probably won't play a single game for us, and 82 rated left back Bruno Guardado was his name? I can't remember what's on my head now. But we've got 3 left backs now. An 81, an 82 and an 83. And of course, it's the lowest rated of the 3 that continues to get the start. Bruno Gonzalez was his name, signed from Borussia Mönchengladbach for £33 million. So we've got an 81, 2 and 3. And of course, it's the lowest rated that starts because EA. Anyway, let's crack on. Southampton first, and then it's a pretty straightforward month, actually. Southampton, Villa and Bournemouth. Before then, tomorrow, the FA Cup round of 16. I'd like 3 wins, please. I'd like some goals to go with them as well. Here we go. Dribble success rate, straightforward AF. The game against Southampton here, judging by the way we saw off Tottenham in the second half in the FA Cup yesterday and wiped the floor with Brighton, should, in theory, then, be easy AF here today as well. Sheldrop's on the run. A look from over the top. He's done well, actually, to win the header somehow, but he hasn't aimed it very well. Southampton have some quality in their team, but the sum of their parts, all told so far this season, sees them rock bottom of the Premier League. You know how these sorts of things tend to go in FIFA sometimes. You either rock up, get a very straightforward, easy victory, or they give you the more difficult game than you faced in the last Champions League final you played. We're not sure which to expect here today. I could have got that to Anthony. I failed. I'll try again. I failed again. Petrov into the middle. Jean-Lucas Crescencio. Is it Crescencio? Somerville? Something like that, isn't it? Through the gap to Sensi. Space, surely, for Guedes. Logan Buckley with a crucial interception to deny Southampton a 1-0 lead. They've been through 2 managers since Raf Hasenhüttl was in charge. Obviously, that will change for the next game. Nathan Jones come and gone. And now they have someone new whose name escapes me at this particular moment in time. I apologise. Southampton holding their own here and actually having more chances on goal. But they keep missing. Sheldrop to me. And around the corner to Anthony. I'm going to try and make the run. Play the through ball. Ah, you're delayed with it. You bumhole. Go on then, Andreas. And 1-0 Manchester United. Goal involvement 401 in my playing career. You love to see it. We're in front against bottom of the league. It's against the run of play, if we're honest with ourselves. Sorry, Saints. Well, sorry, not sorry. Getting the run on Logan Buckley, but he's quite fast, is young Logan, so he's not going to be easy to race away from. Young, blocked by Eric Garcia. McTominay helps that on its way. Sheldrop tries to do the same. Lavia outdoes him physically. Eric Garcia, just one tackle too many to try and make there, but Young draws a comfortable save out of De Gea. That wasn't as far in the corner as it needed to be. That wasn't as far towards me as it needed to be. Mikolenko, as we saw yesterday, moving to Everton. Be a good signing for them. Southampton put together some good football in this game, but just as we were lacking in one of the games yesterday against Brighton until it started to go for us, no final ball for them yet. Whereas into Jean-Lucas. Still danger for our defence here. Oof. Clattered against both of them. Hit an arm and will be a free kick for Southampton. Young going off, Buckley going off for us. Is that Gonzalez coming on for his debut? No, now they're bringing on Parisi at right back. Matanovic. First touch of the game. He was the man that was coming on for Young. He's celebrating by trying to fit his head through one of the squares on the net. I'm not sure. He's just dominated the defender who was in front of there, Eric Garcia. Didn't even bother to jump. I couldn't get near it. It wouldn't lock me onto the ball in the first place, so there was nothing really I could do. My guy was actually reeling away as if he'd been caught. Grimacing. Great header. And bottom of the table, Southampton have their just rewards for their performances so far in this game. They would be good value for the point if they see this through. Osimhen calling for it. And it's Caicedo found. Caicedo saved. He's been pushed forward here, Caicedo, so one imagines that that means he's coming off sooner rather than later and a change is being made. Ritchie to me from outside the box. It's going to deflect free. Duarte draws the save out of the keeper. Defenders in all of the forward areas. Sheldrup for Shoretire here now. Not sure what formation we're playing. I'll have to double check actually. And I might try an overhead here. Try it, I can. Execute it, I can't. We'll just have a look and see. Ah, well that's not happened for a while. Guess who's now playing at right back? And Caicedo's at striker. We've not encountered that since we were at Newcastle 4 years ago. Let's hope that that's not a trend that returns. All right. Nice one. I'm hoping that that isn't a trend that returns and it won't cause us any problems for the rest of the season and it is just a one-off. If it isn't, then we will certainly be leaving Manchester United at the end of the season, regardless of what happens. But let's go off the assumption that that is just a one-off. So let's not get all worked up over it just yet. A draw against Southampton, perhaps we could get worked up about though, but they were very good in that game. I'll get myself back in the starting lineup for the next one, and we'll go again. Oh, well, that was worth it. I put £4.3 million into renewable energy, and I got £4.3 million back from renewable energy. So I now have £18 million in the bank. We are getting so close to buying that luxurious yacht for £21.5 million. We've nearly bought everything there is to buy. Very close. We're also getting much closer, as you can see top right, to level 35, where we can get some more skill attributes and make ourselves a 90 rated player. Just getting ourselves towards the game against Aston Villa, as there was a sizable break between games. No international football, weirdly. Although, I guess, thankfully, we're not really that bothered about international friendlies, are we, at the moment? So, we'll crack on, and we'll go and play Villa, and hopefully this time actually get a bloody win, although they are fourth in the table and having a very good season, Aston Villa. And it's away at Villa Park too. Avoid winning or losing the draw. I mean, none of that. I'm not going to get a conversion rate. We hope to get the win, but I'm just, at the minute, forcing the Maverick ones, aren't we, to try and sway the personality points. Let's see what we can do here at Villa Park. Want to really not let that Southampton result affect us, really. Want to rise from a frustrating point against the side we absolutely should have been beating. We just got lucky that Manchester City also have dropped points over the course of the last few games. If we're able to win here, I'm not sure if the previous highlight or when I was talking to Twitch chat about it will make it into the episode, but if we win here, we will go 12 points clear at the top of the Prem. Not only do we have a decent gap with not many games to go, but that decent gap is growing as we get further and further through the season. Manchester City just can't cope with this Manchester United side. Go on, Andreas, get yourself in that gap, please, son. Good lad. Oh, he's gone out wide. I was hoping he's going to come back to me, and then we've balls. That was a good counter-attack opportunity there that we've wasted. Andreas Sheldrup not quite making the right decision at the right moment. Good to Anthony. Nice little ball. Oh, it would have been beautiful if that pass was just a little bit either better played or slightly later in coming so that I could get myself in a better position to retrieve it. This is nearly there as a performance so far. Defensively, we are rock solid. And offensively, we're very nearly there. Naby Keita, our new signing, is considering retirement. Lovely. We bought him at the right time then, didn't we? I guarantee you, Naby Keita doesn't play a single game for us and then will retire. The man is quite literally robbing a living. Go on, play me, play me, play me. Oh, come on, get it through the air. Victor Osimhen could have sent me in behind. As it happens, Aston Villa still come forward here. Kamaldeen Sulemana in the box. Don't foul him. Don't concede either. Thankfully, we've done neither. Half an hour in. Aston Villa providing just as stern a test as Southampton so far. The final segment of the season is not going to be that straightforward, it seems. We're getting some tough games now. I'm in. See you, pal. See you, pal. Oh, what a goal this would be! 2 men beaten. And Manchester United lead. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go right. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go right. And then I did go left with the effort. Keeper might have thought I beat one, and then I beat the other, and then I'm just going to go across to the top right-hand corner. But no, we've pulled it back to the near post, and he can't deal with it. Turns out the decision to put loads of skill points into our dribbling has really changed our game. Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, Ankara Messi, goal! Ankara Ches, Ankara Ches, Ankara Ches, Ankara Ches, goal! We've only had 36% possession and only 1 shot on target. But it's in the back of the bloody net, and that's all that matters. Go on, Andreas. Play around the corner, pal. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. We're in again. And back. Oh, good save. Oh, that's probably 50% conversion rate now, isn't it? Yeah, that's annoying. I've had 2 shots. I've scored 1 of them. I'm still not now getting my objective. I should have just not shot, shouldn't I? I didn't get to that. Neither can McTominay. It'll be 1-0 at half-time, but we're looking to kill them off. Oh, it's nice around the corner. They're going to have a man spare in the middle, aren't they? No, good block by Eric Garcia. Hanging on here at the death. Trying our best to ensure that we get 3 points to go 12 clear at the top of the Premier League. We can afford the occasional drop of points. Like the Southampton game, what we can't afford to do is drop points continually in a number of different fixtures. We need to make sure that those where we don't win are isolated incidents, especially games at home like the one against Southampton, where without doubt we should be winning. Oh, and I thought Sheldrick was going to bury that, and we were going to get an assist. Clean through on goal, well wide of the target. Not really good enough there. We need to be finishing that chance and sealing the 3 points. See you, pal. Left him behind. This is what you do. Let's seal those 3 points. Brilliant save by the keeper. And it did come to Anthony, but he couldn't get it under control. Thankfully, the referee's only added 1 minute on at the end of the game. And we will recover the ball and not concede an equaliser. I certainly should have done better with that last chance as well. Although you can see what I was trying to do. It's just excellent goalkeeping to come out and smother me. Sheldrick didn't even hit the target. Oh, 1 goal for me, 1 assist for him. A 7.8 overall isn't enough really to match what the manager wants from me overall match rating wise. But I scored the only goal in a 1-0 win and got man of the match. So I think you'll find I should be in the starting lineup for the next game, don't you? And for the next game, we will most certainly be in the starting lineup. We'll end the episode with Bournemouth. And hopefully another set of 3 points. Maybe even extend the lead at the top of the table again. At the very least, we'd like to maintain it. And how far away are we XP-wise from level 35 now? The answer being 2,200. We might get there right at the end today. Alternatively, we might have to wait until the beginning of the next episode. But we should be 90 rated before the end of the season. Dribble success is the obvious one to go for again. I felt like we hadn't played in the rain for ages till we came off the bench against Spurs in the last episode, and we are most certainly experiencing the wet time of the year in England now. It's monsoon season at the moment in the northwest. And to be fair, we're in North London. It was an away game against Tottenham, so just in general, it's damp. I don't feel like the conditions actually play that much of a part in how the game plays. It's just visual. Other than the ball bouncing a bit harder in the snow, I don't even know whether it still does that because of the fact that you don't get those frozen pitches too much anymore because of the undersoil heating that seems to be at every ground in the game. Or most grounds in the game anyway. That's a really good goal from Bournemouth. We're 1-0 down here at Old Trafford. Fabio Silva, the man to tuck it home. Yeah, the game doesn't play that different in the wet to how it does in the baking sun. I don't know whether that's something that I'd like to change or whether I don't mind the fact that it's not different, because it means that at least then you get consistent gameplay from day to day. I need an opponent to pass to here. We found one. Buckley to McTominay. Osimhen, Sheldrop to me. Look for Osimhen through that gap. McTominay tries the worldie. I'll give that to Osimhen again. He'll shoot, and good save by the keeper. Of course. It's our former goalkeeper, Gallardo, isn't it? I forgot about that. That's not going to come to me. Davies wins the header. Tavernier. Cabral. It's gorgeous. Ademola Lookman. Touch is good. Tucked back to Baba. Tackled by McTominay. Where do I go here? I need support, really. Is here now through Anthony. He'll find me again. I'll be honest, Scott, you're not the man I'm going to try and look for in a goal-scoring position. Oh, how is that for a first-time finish for Victor Osimhen? Sheldrop played him through, and I envisaged him taking a touch and then trying to find the back of the net with his right foot when he was in a bit of a better position, but he's round the corner here, outside of the box, just decides to hit it first time and couldn't have hit it sweeter. We're level at Old Trafford, and just as he has the intention to get that back to the halfway line and get the game going again, the whole team and all 75,000 Manchester United fans in the ground want a winner today. Baba, Silva again. Baba, Ademola Lookman, building nicely here, Bournemouth. You would have thought at the beginning of the lovely ball around the corner. Marcus Tavernier, Tavernier even makes it 2-1 Bournemouth. Just as I was about to say the point I'm going to say, they proved that point before I'd even got it out of my mouth. On paper, you would have thought this had been a straightforward episode for us. Bottom of the table, Southampton. Tiny Bournemouth at Old Trafford. It's not the case. It's been the side that are in fourth that we get the more comfortable result against. Against bottom of the table, we struggle to a 1-1 draw. And now against Bournemouth, I'm not sure where Bournemouth are in the league, to be fair to them. But certainly we should be beating a club of this stature. But we're 2-1 down as we approach half-time here at Old Trafford. And it's really not going according to plan here either. And Anthony can't even throw it to a teammate, let alone help us score a bloody goal. We're going to be trailing at the break here at home against Bournemouth. And it may even be 3-1 before time is out in this first 45. Baba in possession on the halfway line. Slick passing from Bournemouth again. Ademola Lookman needs support. It arrives through Cucurella. Playing on it for a different South Coast team this time. Thankfully, Eric Garcia intercepts that. But we've got a big 45 minutes coming up if we want to keep our lead at the top as big as it has been. Well, that's a nice ball. Anthony. Here he is. Ah! It's well blocked. There's a good opportunity. I wasn't sure whether to go first time shot or take a touch and try and pick my spot. Turns out I should have picked my spot. Oh, sorry. Should have gone for the first time shot. I should have shot earlier there. Oh, you will regret that, Bournemouth. Osimhen, again, first to pick up the ball and take it back to the halfway line. Calamitous from Bournemouth at the back there. It wasn't great for me in offence, was it? I should have done much better than that, but the goalkeeper has... Well, he didn't even try and swing at it. His touch is just so heavy there that Osimhen's just able to walk up to it and slot it home. 2-2, game on again. Come back to me here. Look at Osimhen. Go on, Victor, please. Chest. Volley! Oh, we could tell it was just going a little bit wide as it left his boot. You've got support around you as well, Anthony. Osimhen to me. Oh, I could have maybe thought about going down there. Here's Ritchie. It's on his left. And McTominay! I ended up running into the post. I was too busy ball watching. Tavernier going off for them as they bring on Alexis Vega in his place. You can hear the Old Trafford crowd roaring to try and get the team forward. I just can't seem to get on the end of any corners at the minute for some reason. Fabio Silva on the breakaway is picked off, and it's still won back by Bournemouth. There is plenty of time for either side still to score a winning goal in this game. If it follows the pattern of play, it'll be Bournemouth to score first. Buckley, come on, pal, come on. Anthony, Buckley, Anthony, to me, Victor, no! Oh, it was so good, it was so good. Sheldrop off, Shoretire on, It would have been a Victor Osimhen hat-trick. I can't get to anything from a corner at the minute. It's going to be another one. No, it's going to be a goal kick. Oh, 6 minutes to go here. We struggled to a draw against Southampton. We are struggling to a draw against Bournemouth as well. This is good. De Gea needed to make the save. Well, with, as you can see, top left, minimal time remaining. And presumably only 1 or 2 minutes added on at the end of the game. Despite the fact there have been some goalmouth action in this second half. 3 minutes added on. Okay, that is enough time to try and get a winner then. But I need to make sure I win this, which I did. Osimhen will get to that, and I'm gonna be with him here, and he's gonna play me, and I'm gonna look to play him again. That's not Osimhen, is it? I hate the misplayed passes in this game. 2-2 is how it ends against Bournemouth. It could have been victory, it could have been defeat, to be fair. So perhaps we should just be happy to take the point, but it would have been nice to get a dub. Unfortunately, the gap at the top of the table will stall for the time being, but it is still a sizable gap at the top of the table. And unfortunately, we're not quite going to make it to level 35 today unless we get enough XP from these 3 training regimes to actually tip us over the edge. I might do, actually. Oh, dearie me. We couldn't be much closer, could we? Well, how many points do I need? How much XP do I need? 277. Well, we'll certainly get that against Burnley in the Cup then. Burnley at home in the FA Cup coming up next. Followed then in tomorrow's episode by Wolves, and then Tottenham for a second time in 2 or 3 days, although this time in the league, not the Cup. Speaking of the league, the gap at the top is 9 points to Spurs. Tottenham now take over in second position in the league as City continue to falter. They do have a game in hand and could bring it back to 10 points, the gap to us, but it's currently 13 to them. With Tottenham to play this season and Manchester City not left, I don't think. We do have a Manchester derby left this season. Okay, well, it's going to get tasty then in the next couple of episodes. There's going to be FA Cup football to play as well. The double dream is still alive. We'll take it one step further, we hope, tomorrow with victory against Burnley. I'll see you then.